responding. Oh! Ah, I see.
Ah, tablet multitasking for the not win.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I just got to pull down the we're live tweets and everything.
Yeah.
I always forget to do that. And then I get all these people like, oh,
Where's the show? Yeah.
sorry.
My favorite thing ever was when I can't after party tonight, by the way, guys. I have more Christmas stuff to do. I'm sorry.
It's Christmas, it's Christmas,
But
it's Christmas.
I can't do my after party, I guess. And this one's going to be fairly short. But I did an after party for Far Cry 4. Then I did the alternate ending, which was like a huge amount of standing in one spot, and then essentially a short cinematic, and then the game ends. And then I was like, okay, cool, done. And then just closed the whole stream.
That's terrible.
I came back later. I like completely shut down the whole stream. Everyone's like, what? I essentially stood in one spot for 15 minutes, watched like a 2-minute long cinematic, and then it just closed the whole stream.
You're terrible.
That was awesome.
I'm kind of excited. I kind of want to stream this weekend just so that I can try out the Razer Siren mic, but they've sent me 2 of them so far. And neither of them works on my desktop for some reason. It just says this device cannot start.
Yeah.
I pulled one of them into the office today, plugged it into the Mac, worked instantly. So I'm not sure what the deal is. I haven't heard back from them today because it's like holiday week and stuff. But
We actually hit a new peak viewer count today.
did we?
Yeah.
Wow.
We passed 7K.
Wow, that's incredible.
That was pretty sweet. And we covered like 2 news topics.
I know. Well, there wasn't a lot to talk about this
It was a
week.
cool show regardless, I think.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah. Apparently other people did too. It's just kind of funny how
I like these Loot Crate sponsor spots. They're fun.
they are
'Cause
fun.
we get to open the thing. I feel like we do them for way too long, but like, I don't know, I'm having fun.
Yeah, and I want to pull everything out. And no one really seems to like... Oh my god.
That's not how you're supposed to use it, is it?
I guess you claimed it now?
I only touched it with my teeth. There's actually very little saliva.
You didn't say there's no saliva.
Very little. Well, we could give it to Nick.
Alright, that works.
I mean, what's a better way of, like, marking your territory? Is it marking your territory and making sure everyone knows you marked it, or marking your territory and then letting them use it?
I don't know. I think in theory, making sure that everyone knows. But if you wanted to troll, instead of, like, actually marking it so that other people don't have it, if you wanted to just troll, then yeah, I think you're fine.
Right.
Oh,
I'm tired.
yeah, me too.
I feel I have a sore throat, though. I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't get sick before CES, dude.
Well, better to get sick before CES than at CES.
Well, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so much peanut butter on my hand.
That was disgusting.
That was insane.
So, for the new office, should we try to queue up content before we move into it? Or should we just, like, dedicate 2 of our people to shooting and editing, like, a live moving blog? And just do that for a week?
I guess we could ask people. I don't mind the moving blog idea, but I think what we could almost do is, like, queue up a little bit of content and then weave it. So have, like, moving blog content, moving blog content, moving blog content.
Right, so every moving blog is, like, 2 days of moving kind of thing, instead of
Yeah.
just 1 day of moving.
Yeah.
I think enough entertaining stuff would happen in 1 day of moving.
I didn't mean it because of that. I meant it for the people that might not care about moving blog. So
Right.
that they get more normal content. Might also be fine. I don't know.
Another thing that we should...
We could do unboxings. We could weave in unboxings.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say, like, I was actually kind of thinking for next year. Some people really like the unboxing, some people don't, but I was thinking maybe we could do, like, 1 unboxing day a week next year, something like that, like Monday's unboxing day.
Yeah.
Or, like, unboxing Saturdays or something like that. Or, like, we could figure out what's our worst day of the week or something like that,
Right.
and we could do the unboxings there. So that way the people who are, like, really hardcore and want to watch it can watch it.
Can watch it.
But the people who sort of have their own schedule that doesn't revolve around when we release content, we can save the higher production value stuff for that.
That'd be cool. I like that idea too of putting it on the low traffic day.
The problem is we have such a hard time figuring out what our low traffic days are because these people keep watching everything we
They keep
upload.
increasing our maximum.
Well, I expected the video that I uploaded on Christmas Eve night to just tank, right? But that video, which is our 4K gaming system, like value gaming system build log, has... Let me have a look.
Right, the app's better. It doesn't make any sense.
260,000 views. Like, people watched the crap out of that on Christmas Day.
I was at... Okay, this might sound a little bit weird, but I was at a, like, house party thing for Christmas with, like, some friends that I went to high school with. And one of the guys put a Linus Tech Tips build log video that went up that day on the TV through Chromecast. And it was the most awkward thing.
They knew who you were, right? Oh, good.
But I'm just sitting there, I'm just like,
With all the innuendo jokes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Were your parents there?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
So this was just friends?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If my parents were there, it would have been my parents doing that. They
Right.
do that.
You
I'll have, like, relatives over, and they're like, alright, time to watch, like, LDT videos.
That's so weird. Like, my family has zero interest in what I do.
Right.
Like, nothing. Like, I think about the extent of their involvement. I think about the extent of their involvement in my show is like, they know that I make YouTube videos. They know what YouTube is. I think my dad has watched a couple of my videos.
Meanwhile, there's my parents who have both seen every single video on Linus Tech Tips, Tech Quickie, and Super Fun. A lot of times separately, because I won't have time to watch it together.
That is so funny. Mr. Wizard said, thank you for the shout out. No, thank you, Mr. Wizard. The forum doesn't run without the administration staff. And if your admin is under your name on the forum, then you're either an administration staff or you're Nick.
Or Linus.
Or you're Linus. Wow. Shots fired.
What have you done to admin the forum?
I monitor the messages inbox sometimes.
Right. That's true.
That is an administrative function.
A lot of it's like junk and sales, though.
Yes, and I ignore that. And I just leave it in the inbox.
I know, which means that there's like 200 pending messages all the time.
Well, honestly, I leave a lot of stuff in there just because it's like I don't have... Like, I never really have time to sit down and deal with it, and it's a very inefficient messaging system.
It is. It's really... It's
so,
not good.
but like, I feel bad, but some of that stuff is just like, why are people messaging me through here? Like, I had someone message me today through linusmediagroup.com asking me, and I don't mean to call this person out, but just like, sometimes I kind of shake my head because the message is, yeah, there's this really cool Corsair case, and I think it's the 380T or Air 240. It's a really cool Corsair case, and I can't find any reviews of it online. Can you do a video about it? And I'm just like...
Don't we have one?
Yeah, we do. So I go on YouTube, and I type in Air 240. Our video is literally the first hit. And it's just like... And I'm not gonna send him a let me Google that for you. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna be like that about it, so I'll just link him the video. But it's like, it's the first hit. How hard could you have looked? And it's, but the thing is that it's not like the guy didn't put any effort into it. He managed to go all the way to linusmediagroup.com, which nobody uses.
No.
Find the contact us form, which nobody uses.
Yeah.
And send an email about it. I'm like, that was so much more work than just searching for it on YouTube in the first place. Misdirected effort.
This is why I think that video that no one agrees with me is important, including everyone else that I've asked, not even just Linus Media Group, but just the Google Food video.
Right. Yeah, maybe we should do it.
No one thinks it's important. It probably won't do that well. But I know there's people out there that need it.
We will get slammed just for doing that video.
I know. Like, I know...
The problem is it's one of those things where the people it would help, it will never reach.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's a huge part of the problem. But, like, I know a lot of people need it, but there's also a huge amount of people that it's just a waste of time for, because they're fine, and it's not going to help them. There's people out there that just don't have the Google Foo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a life skill. I think it should be, like, taught in class.
Yeah. Like, what was it? Finland? That was doing the typing courses and whatnot?
Coding, yeah.
Coding?
Yeah, they do coding now. I think.
No, they replaced
Cursive with typing, yeah.
typing and what we thought was phone texting, but it's actually printing.
Printing, yeah.
Which they thought we were joking about.
And then I messaged someone telling me that we call it printing here, haha, because printing is like a printer printing, but we also, we call block letters printing, and then they were really confused.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah, like they should almost introduce it into that class. It should just be like modern skills.
While we're marveling at just like crazy Shaz for this year, here's our viewership graph for this year. This is just crazy.
My favorite thing was the Twitch chat explosion when it saw the estimated earnings. I'm like, you guys forget that all of you guys are running Adblock. Like all of you, basically, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. And the estimated earnings are like a pretty broad range there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like check this out. So this is CES. You can always see CES on the as a pretty gigantic blip.
Yes.
And then it was like flat, 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 flat. So my goal coming into this year was 200,000 views a day, average. And we were kind of like getting there. Oh, we kind of held it for a bit. No. Oh, crap, it kind of fell apart. Getting there. And then something happened in June. And I don't know if it's something that our viewers started doing differently or something that we started doing differently. But we went from not getting it to beginning of June, end of May. And I don't think we fell below 200,000 for the entire rest of the year.
And
now
it's just...
now we're tracking like 450,000 average a day.
Just nuts.
And that's our new peak.
Absolutely
610,000 views.
I'm excited to see the CES peak from this year.
Yeah, it might be kind of bananas.
I know it heavily depends on products.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I don't really know what to expect right now.
Yeah, I don't know how hopeful it's looking.
CES this year looks a little dry, but
more curved TVs.
We will cover all the interesting things.
Yeah, and some boring stuff too.
And some boring stuff.
Yeah, let me try a different...
The Phantom Glass video is going to be really cool, though.
That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Oh, well, I zoomed in. That might be the problem. And something else that people have to bear in mind about our operation in particular when they see things like estimated earnings is that we have 7 people working here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, anything you see divided by 7, factor in that I'm probably keeping 90% of it. And there you go. Like, how will he survive? I don't keep 90% of it. There's not enough for me to keep 90% of it.
No. And
have the company survive. And like this is kind of crazy too. So if you go back 2 years, so here's the where it turns over. So here's where my goal was like, oh yeah, so you can see at the end of last year, that's where I got the idea that maybe we could do 200,000 views a day, right? And I was like, yeah, that should be our goal for this year. So if you go back the previous year, we didn't grow nearly as much. Like here's the CES bump that actually stood as our all-time highest single day for almost 2 years until we beat it on
product
November
focus,
30th.
Right? Like it really matters what gets shown there.
Yeah, and we did like 20 videos that day.
Mm-hmm.
And before we like cooled it a little bit. But that previous year, we did like 130, 120 throughout the year. Then we grew kind of at the end of the year a little bit, quite a lot actually. But it didn't hold the way that this has. That trend is amazing. That just means that you guys care or something.
Yeah.
Like all the cares. All the cares. Like the first half of this year, it didn't really look like we were going to do that much better than the previous year, to be perfectly honest. Like here, we can have a look at what we did the previous year. So that was loading. So that was 57,000 or 57 million views. And then what would 200,000 times 365 be? That's not even that much more. That would be what, like 75 million?
200,000 times... I should probably just calculate this. I'm way too tired. My dad would have already been done.
I know, but your dad's crazy.
Yep.
He's bananas.
730?
Oh, 73 million. Okay, I was close. So 73 million. But what we actually did this year... So like it was looking like we weren't tracking that much. What we actually did this year is like 100 million, over 100 million. That's crazy. So that's like, yeah,
It's a massive
80% growth or something along those lines. Yeah, it's been a heck of a year. I wasn't sure when we started this whole Linus Media Group thing if it was going to work, and I had a lot of people tell me it wasn't going to work. Like, especially when we first started trying to do pre-rolls or...
My favorite thing, sorry I'm going to butt in, my favorite thing is people that I like very clearly remember having conversations with, telling me it's like a horrible idea and it's not going to work and all this kind of stuff, that now if I bring up anything like that, they're like, yeah man, like I always knew it would work and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay. Sure dude.
I think your parents were surprisingly cool about it.
So,
not at
considering... First. Yeah, but even at first they didn't tell me not to do it. They would.
I think they advised you not to do it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be like no, and they were supportive and they would help and whatnot. Like they even helped us move to the office we're currently
By
in.
then, I think they were mostly on board.
Yeah.
It was at the beginning when I think your dad expected me to offer you like minimum wage or something like that, probably. Based on what you were getting paid before helping me at NCIX, I can see where he might have gotten the idea.
If I kept that wage, I just would be dead now. I was only able to eat those kimchi bowl things.
Well, he was a contractor, right? So there was no. It was all piecework. So it was like a flat rate per video and like per
and then this guy's like, yeah,
thing.
let's constantly increase our production values. So like, but like my per work isn't going up, but the amount of time it takes to complete work is going like way up.
It was an investment. It was an important thing for us to do.
I know it was.
It was an important thing for us to do. I think my favorite is some of the, like, I don't even remember any of them anymore because they've all completely gone away. But all the haters that would post on all of our videos about how Linus Media garbage.
There was that one main guy.
Yeah, there was like that one guy.
I don't remember who he was.
That like every time was like, and I hate that slick guy, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be out on the street in 6 months without a penny to his name. And like I hate him, and Linus Media Group is going to shut down, and you're going to have to go back to your real job. And I'm just like, you know what? This is a real job, actually.
Yeah.
I think we've demonstrated at this point that, yeah, this is a real job.
I usually bust my ass pretty hard at most jobs. I probably work harder at this one than any other one I have.
Yep. Me too. But I mean, that's what being passionate about something will do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
To be clear, like, yeah, we're not just straight up in it for the money. None of us are PewDiePie. You know, we're not making $4 million a year, or that's just stupid.
Yeah,
that's incredible amounts of money. But yeah, and in fact, I think
we're not pulling a notch and buying that $70 million mansion or whatever he just did.
I think every single person here could still make more somewhere else.
I still have offers for more in other places.
Yeah, I could probably walk back into my old job tomorrow if I really felt like it. Like, yeah, I'm back for good. I want a desk with 4 monitors on it again.
The 2 most recent people, well, one of them could have not left what he was doing and been making more.
Yeah.
And the other one could have continued what they're doing and then eventually been making more.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fun, though. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, and like what the other... I'm not trying not to use names because I don't know...
Yeah, like I don't know how much we should talk about people's personal financial situations.
Yeah.
Probably not at all.
One of the fairly recent ones, when he was talking about how, like the happiness level thing.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah,
and that's like a very well documented huge deal.
Like how making more money doesn't necessarily...
Yeah, past a certain degree. And like, well, it's the diminishing returns thing, so it doesn't just shut off, but like you have to make such astronomically more to get any real improvement in happiness that it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. And there's like other things that should improve, like quality of life improvements and stuff. Well, if you hate your freaking job, minor quality of life improvements are probably not going to result in you no longer hating your freaking job. So, I don't know. I think there's value in that.
Oh, we've got someone saying this is getting depressing. We're not meaning to be depressing. We love our jobs.
That's the point.
Yeah, we have to work really hard and bust our butts, and that's fine.
But the moral of the story is when you wake up in the morning and want to go to work, busting your butt and working extra hours don't really matter. Like, I'll come home and then be like, oh, time to relax. Time to answer messages on the forum trying to help people with, like, broken account problems.
Yeah, that's what amounts to relaxing.
Yeah, but, like, it is kind of...
Yeah.
Like it's a slowdown and it's
like,
fine and I don't mind it.
Kind of work, but like it's the kind of thing we would have done anyway.
Yeah.
Like go hang out on a forum and answer some questions. It's like we already did that crap before we
exactly
owned the domain that the questions were coming in on.
Yeah, so it's like it's not really that big of a deal. I don't know. Shout out to the moderators. They've been doing a really good job lately. Welcome to the team, Blade of Grass.
Alright, well, I guess I'll go home. Hang out with my sick 2-year-old.
I got to shower peanut butter and jam out of my hair.
Yeah,
and
me
then,
too.
And then head off as well.
Alright. Peace, guys.
Bye, everyone.
See you in the new year. Thanks for hanging out with us in the after party.
It's going to be weird this 2015 next time.
I know. It's going to be all like... I'm going to be older. I'm going to be 30 next year. No, I'm not. Good. Thank goodness. 29.
Yeah, I was like, how did you just get older that much? Like, you didn't even have a birthday. How did that happen? So confused.